This is Healthcare This Week. I'm Lindsay Dunn, Editor-in-Chief of Becker's Hospital Review. Here are the 5 biggest stories in healthcare for the week of October 21st. On Monday, President Obama acknowledged technical issues with healthcare.gov, but defended the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act as more than a website. He vowed to resolve the issues, explaining some of the best and the brightest IT experts across the country were being brought in to fix a website that is home to the Federal Health Insurance Exchange. Later in the week, the White House announced Jeff Zients, former acting director of the Office of Management and Budget, will oversee the improvement efforts. This week, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center and health insurer Highmark reached a tentative agreement to settle 4 years of antitrust litigation. The agreement would end the case filed by Pittsburgh-based West Penn Allegheny Health System, which is now owned by Highmark, against UPMC. It would also dismiss UPMC's similar lawsuit against Highmark. Details of the agreement have not been released, but it would not affect Highmark and UPMC's decision to dissolve their contract, leaving Highmark customers without in-network access to UPMC hospitals after 2014. On Wednesday, the FBI indicted 8 people affiliated with Sacred Heart Hospital in Chicago, alleging their involvement in a kickback scheme in exchange for Medicare and Medicaid referrals that took place from 2003 through April of this year. The hospital filed for bankruptcy this summer after Medicare payments were suspended in light of previous charges filed against the hospital's owner and other executives. 4 former Sacred Heart executives were charged with conspiracy to violate the federal healthcare anti-kickback statute by offering and paying kickbacks and bribes to physicians in exchange for referrals, and 2 executives were charged with paying kickbacks to patients. 4 physicians were charged with accepting kickbacks for patient referrals. Our next story took place last Friday when San Francisco-based Dignity Health filed suit in San Mateo County Superior Court against the International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 39, and the AFL-CIO. The story was widely reported earlier this week when details of the suit came to light. Dignity Health alleges pickets, as part of an ongoing strike by members of the workers' union, have trespassed hospital property, created a nuisance, and hurt hospital business, among other claims. Finally, a data breach involving 2 stolen laptops from Alhambra, California-based AHMC Healthcare has led to a data breach of nearly 730,000 patients' personal health information. The laptops were password protected, but the PHI was not encrypted. The breach affected Medicare patients at 6 of the system's hospitals, and roughly 10% of the affected patients had their Social Security numbers compromised. AHMC said it does not believe any patient information has been improperly accessed. That's all for this week's edition of Healthcare This Week. We'll be back next week with 5 news stories impacting our industry.